Thank you so much for joining us today, and thank you for coming back to speak to us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Now, recently released statistics from your centre says that around 80% of the women who are coming into the centre as a result of gender-based violence are testing positive for drugs. Won't you explain what you're experiencing to us?
Well, in the last few months, we've noticed not only that women presenting are abusing substances, but they're also becoming so much younger. Some are barely 18 years old, and they're testing positive for alcohol abuse and drug abuse, and that's very alarming for the SARC Department Centre.
Now, I know it's not an easy thing to establish, but are you able to give us an indication of why you're seeing this increase?
Well, I'm sure you must have heard the statistics that were released yesterday by Community Safety, that substance abuse, alcohol abuse, murder and burglaries are so rife in the Cape Town region, and that's just telling in what we're experiencing at the centre. So the type of clients that come to the SARC Department Centre, they're coming from your poorer communities, mostly from the surrounding townships, rural areas, and from the Cape Flats area. And it just shows that, you know, people are turning to drugs as a means to cope with the problems that they're experiencing, not only within their personal lives, but within the social structures that we face on a daily basis.
Now, of course, we know that that's not a helpful solution to turn to. So what is your first port of call when a young woman presents herself at the centre, has a drug problem, but has also been a victim of gender-based violence?
In the past, we weren't able to assist her simply because we have a responsibility, not only to our other clients, but to the state as well, who's one of our largest funders, to ensure the safety of everyone that is in our care. So what we've done is we've firstly started by capacitating all our staff that they can deal with clients presenting with substance issues. And if they are positive, we then try to establish whether they want to be involved in an outpatient program. We make those links for them, and we try to ensure or offer them the support during their stay with SARC Department Centre. But what seems to be lacking is inpatient programs that can accommodate women on very short notice. And this is why we've said, you know, we've got the facility, we've got the resources available. When I talk about resource, I'm talking about capacity, not necessarily the funding. But we've got the infrastructure to ensure that that can be housed at the SARC Department Centre. So we're saying, let's forget the scenario of having women leave their children with family or with friends while they're in an inpatient program. Let's have the women in a 12-week inpatient program at our centre, and the children will then be safe on the same premises, and they will be cared for by what we term a house mother. And mom can be absolutely relaxed and assured that her children are 100% safe.
Now, you've mentioned that the capacity and facility is available, but of course the funding is difficult to come by.
Yes.
And I can see by the look on your face that this is a familiar story to you.
Absolutely.
Speak to us about that.
Yeah. We've done quite a bit of research, and we realized that the cost attached to running an inpatient program is extremely high. I think, you know, when we initially done our costing, we looked at 1.8 million to run a inpatient program, for 8 clients. So what we've secured thus far from a French donor called Femme Solidaire is the renovation costs, and we've started that, and we're very pleased about it. But we want to put a call out to the corporate sector as well as the government sector to sponsor this service, because it's so needed in the Western region. Our clients are waiting 8 to 10 months to enter an inpatient program.
And that's just too long.
Way too long. You know, if you look at what the South African economy is spending on gender-based violence, we're looking at between 28 and 42 billion an annum. That's absolutely insane. Not enough is being done to champion this work, and we certainly need that the government steps in and give their support to end gender-based violence. And again, when I speak about gender-based violence, I'm speaking about the substance abuse, the teen pregnancies, all those factors that come into play.
Now, if there is somebody watching this video with the capacity to provide some of that funding, who do they speak to? Where do they go?
Well, they're most welcome to contact me at the Sarki Bartman Centre. May I give our contact details?
Absolutely. Why don't you give us an email address and we'll put
Sure.
the details below this video.
All right. My email address is shahima@womenscentre.co.za. And they can log on to our website, which is www.sarkibartmancentre.org.za.
Let's speak a bit about the broader work of the centre. We're speaking specifically about the women who come to the centre with alcohol and drug abuse problems, but we know that this isn't the only service on offer at the centre. Last time I spoke to a representative from your centre, we were talking about child-on-child violence and the support that the centre provides. Give us an overview of what happens at the centre.
Well, you know, in the past 16 years, we've assisted more than 100,000 women and children. So we look at factors, not only safe accommodation for mom and her children, we're also looking at the legal process. She may need assistance with protection orders, maintenance and divorce orders. We've got paralegals on our staff that deal with that. We also offer accredited skills training for our clients so that they may be more employable when going into the job market. And of course, counseling and trauma debriefing is absolutely vital to help our client overcome, you know, what she's experienced in her lifetime.
If there's a woman watching this video who feels that she needs some of the support that the centre offers, is she free to walk into the centre? Must she phone?
Absolutely.
How does that work?
Well, we work predominantly on a walk-in service, so we are open 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, and they're most welcome to give us a call as well, and one of our intake assessors will gladly take the, their details and schedule an appointment.
Now, Shahima, we all live in communities where we know that there are women struggling with these issues, and especially gender-based violence and also substance abuse that comes with it. So if those of us are at home and realize that we have a neighbor or an aunt, a loved one in this situation, what is our responsibility and what should our response be?
Gender-based violence is obviously not a very comfortable topic. People choose to turn away from it because it's a taboo topic. So what we would like to encourage viewers to do out there is to offer your support, even if it's just a ear. And if you hear something happening in the area, create a distraction, but never put yourself in harm's way. And that's some of the best advice that I can do is, first and foremost, offer your support and show people where they can go to for help. It's not only the Sarki Bartman Centre that's out there. There are many shelters within our western region, and we all work very closely together. So, give us a call. We will gladly refer you to the right entity.
Shahima, we hope that you'll come back to give us an update on the developments.
Positive feedback.
We would love that. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for your time.